It is 11:42 p.m. on a June night in Upper Assam. A heavy fog hangs over the tea gardens, thick and suffocating. Aryan drives through the mist toward Guwahati. Inside the car, the glow of the dashboard and the thin tunnels of the headlights form a fragile barrier against the biting, unnatural chill of the night. The local population avoids these forest edge roads after sunset. They know that once the sun goes down, the geography galums to something else. For Aryan, the vehicle is a psychological boundary, a metal shell designed to keep the dark on the outside. An old colonial-era bungalow looms out of the forest, its heavy architecture appearing suddenly in the fog. Aryan's instinct is to keep his eyes on the road. He wants to maintain his momentum and stay within the safety of his cabin. But an inexplicable impulse takes hold. Against every local warning, he hits the brakes and brings the car to a dead stop. By surrendering his movement, Aryan has dropped his primary defense. The car is no longer a capsule passing through the environment. It is now part of it. A man stands on the bungalow's porch wearing a very old-fashioned blazer. He stares directly into the windshield. The figure is perfectly still. He does not shiver in the cold, and his eyes never blink. Slowly, the man raises his hand from his side, revealing fingers that are unnaturally long and pale against the heavy night air. He points past the driver's seat, aiming his finger precisely at the back seat of Aryan's car. Suddenly, a sharp chill floods the vehicle, moving with a speed the wind couldn't match. The figure's gesture has redefined the interior space. The sanctuary is gone, and the threat is now dictating what happens inside the car. Aryan slams the accelerator, fleeing the bungalow in a blind panic. The silence in the car becomes suffocating. Look at the sightlines here. The rear of the cabin is a massive blind spot, a space now filled with the weight of what might be sitting there. For 10 miles, Aryan is too terrified to glance at the rearview mirror. His focus is entirely consumed by the space behind his head, his mind locked onto the area the figure pointed to. The car has become a mobile prison. The rearview mirror is a psychological trigger Aryan is too afraid to touch. Streetlights finally appear as Aryan reaches the city limits of Guwahati. The orange glow washes over the interior, bringing the first sign of civilization. Aryan finally forces his eyes upward to the mirror. The back seat is empty. He lets out a breath, believing the journey has ended and his protective capsule remains unbreached. Aryan turns his head slightly to the left, looking down at the passenger seat. Resting on the fabric is a single, withered, and completely dry tea leaf. Beneath the leaf, the seat cushion shows a fresh, slight depression. The gesture toward the back seat was a complete diversion. For 10 miles, Aryan's own fear kept his gaze away from the seat right beside him. The entity wasn't chasing him through the fog. It was sitting there the entire time, watching the road and waiting for him to look.